Mr. Patel snatched my FM system off my desk and said I didn't belong in his advanced biology class. I was stunned. My accommodation wasn't a privilege, it was a lifeline. The year before I'd been diagnosed with severe auditory processing disorder, which meant I could hear sounds but struggled to turn speech into meaning, especially in noisy rooms. My parents fought for an accommodation plan that let me use a personal FM system, a small receiver that picked up the teacher's microphone and sent the audio straight to my earbuds. It wasn't a hearing aid, it was an assistive listening device, but to Mr. Patel it looked like cheating. The first week of class he noticed the tiny earbud peeking out from under my hair. After the bell rang he called me to his desk and said, "No electronic devices in my classroom. If you need help, raise your hand like everyone else." I tried to explain that the system was part of my IEP, but he waved a hand dismissively, claiming I was trying to get special treatment. From that day on he made a point of ignoring my accommodation. He'd lecture while facing the blackboard, his back to the class, and when I asked for clarification he'd reply, "You should have been paying attention." If I raised my hand he'd call on someone else, then later give me a pop quiz on the material I'd missed. When we started the genetics unit, Mr. Patel assigned a group project that required listening to a short audio clip of a geneticist explaining CRISPR, then answering questions based on it. The clip was played over the classroom speakers, but the room's acoustics made it muffled, and my FM system was the only way I could catch the details. I set up my receiver before class, but as soon as he saw the device he snatched it off my desk. "You're not allowed to use that," he snapped, tossing it into his drawer. "If you can't follow the lecture, you don't belong in this advanced class." I felt my stomach drop. Without the device I couldn't hear the clip at all. I tried to lip read the speaker on the video, but the scientist turned away frequently and the subtitles were turned off. I handed in a blank worksheet, hoping he'd notice my effort. Instead he gave me a 0 and wrote, "Did not attempt the assignment." When I went to him after class he said, "You're using your disability as an excuse to avoid work. The real world won't accommodate you." He then moved my seat to the farthest corner of the room, next to the loud air conditioning unit, claiming it would teach me to toughen up. My parents noticed my grades plummeting and requested a meeting with the principal. Mr. Patel arrived with a thick folder of my misbehavior, missed assignments, tardiness, and a note that I'd been disruptive for asking to use my FM system. He told the principal, "He's manipulative. He's using his condition to get special privileges." The principal, unsure of the specifics, sided with the teacher and warned me that further non-compliance would result in detention. That night I decided to fight back, not with anger but with evidence. I recorded a short video on my phone, showing the FM system in action. I placed the transmitter near the speaker, played the CRISPR clip, and demonstrated how clearly I could hear every word through the earbuds. I also printed a copy of my IEP, highlighting the section that explicitly allowed assistive listening devices in all academic settings. The next morning I handed the video and the documents to the principal before homeroom, asking for a private meeting. When Mr. Patel saw the proof his face flushed. He stammered that he hadn't realized the device was medically prescribed. The principal, after reviewing the IEP, called him into question, said the teacher had violated federal disability law. Mr. Patel was required to attend a sensitivity training workshop, and the school issued a formal apology to me and my family. My FM system was returned, and I was allowed to sit wherever I learned best. The teacher also had to provide me with written summaries of any audio-based assignments moving forward. The resolution wasn't just about getting my device back. It was about reclaiming my right to learn on equal footing. I walked out of that meeting feeling heard, literally and figuratively. The experience taught me 2 lessons that still guide me today. First, never assume a student's accommodation is a privilege. It's a necessity. Second, when authority figures dismiss your needs, documented proof and calm persistence can shift the balance of power. If you ever find yourself in a situation where someone tries to erase your access, remember that the rules are on your side. You just have to know how to use them.